the stronger the role and position of the providing stakeholder. I skipped these two one, and let's show you that we have three types of stakeholders: ship side, shore side, and shore side 2. That there is a difference between shore side 1 and 2 in the interaction, and we have to be aware that there is an interaction between them. I'll skip this list. So, you have to wrap it up. Okay. I'll go to the last big item at this moment, VTM and e-navigation. You know that now what the definition of VTM is, and this is the definition of e-navigation. VTM aiming at measures and services, e-navigation aiming on information collection, integration, etc. When you see this picture, this is the environment of the maritime environment. And then you see that when you look at e-navigation to our perspective, they're looking at harmonization and integration of equipment and displays, enhancement of the ship-shore communication and data exchange, and the harmonization and standardization, interoperability of systems and services, especially also the interoperability of services by the use of technical means. Conclusion may be that e-navigation especially is dealing with systems, data providing instruments, procedures, and the information management processes. And that the relationship can be shown as here. Here we have the VTM framework, and here is e-navigation with all kinds of lines reflecting the arrangements, etc. On the left-hand side, then you see that we came to the conclusion that in the VTM framework there are the functionalities, so that's the functional framework, and e-navigation is more the technical one. E-navigation therefore is supportive to the VTM framework and will provide the capabilities to support the provision and measures and services within the VTM framework. I have to stop because I would have given you all the benefits of VTM, but they are also in the paper. So let's skip that one. And only saying that VTM can only be realized by an integrated and coordinated approach, with an open mind for the future, no fear for changes, but good cooperation between all the stakeholders and the organizations involved, and with your support, expertise and contributions. I leave the current status. I have to tell you, we don't have all the answers yet. We are going forward in the working program 2010-2014 of the VTS committee, and we seek extreme cooperation with other committees and working groups. The development of the global VTM concept is an ongoing process and will be. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Peter, for that explanation of VTM. And get to our next speaker, Captain Tunçe Çıreli. He is a master mariner from ashore, now works in the VTS department at the Turkish Directorate General for Coastal Safety. In that capacity, he is a certified VTS supervisor and a VTS instructor. He is also the manager of the Istanbul VTS Center. Captain Çıreli is an IAR counselor and has been an active member of the VTS committee for many years. The committee is fortunate to have him as its chairman for the next 4-year session. Captain Çıreli, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mike. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'll focus on role and position of VTS within the VTM concept in general. First, I would like to talk about the definitions of both VTS and VTM in order to clarify the similarities and especially distinctions. Although the aims of these two definitions resemble each other, VTS is a service, whereas VTM is functional framework of harmonized measurement services. Harmonization word is one of the key words in this definition because harmonization of measures and services is one of the important aims of VTM. Other distinction is the area. Although VTS is applicable in the delineated and formal declared VTS area, whereas VTM may applicable in all navigable waters. And the last distinction in this definition that I want to indicate is the security. Although VTS may have only a supportive function on to maritime security, but security is one of the main objectives of VTM to enhance. The other outcome of this evolution, which is based upon the definitions and the development so far, VTM is not VTS plus, VTM is a series of interconnected VTS centers, a ship monitoring system, a large area VTM center, and equivalent of e-navigation. The role of VTS within the VTM concept is defined as its functional contribution to the aims of VTM and its ability to interact with other stakeholders. As you know, VTS is one of the VTM stakeholders, and these brief definitions can also be used for some other stakeholders, such as Port Authority or Coast Guard. And the position of VTS within the VTM is considered its status relative to other stakeholders and the services they provide in its capacity to contribute to the aims of VTM. The information position of VTS within the VTM is position of which VTS is placed relative to other stakeholders that identifies and defines its capability to collect, manage, maintain, process, provide, and distribute data and information. It should be recognized that VTM can exist without VTS. Of course, this depends on the geographical and traffic circumstances and organizational arrangement in some areas. And this statement indicates once again that VTM is not VTS plus or future of VTS. Let's look at common practices on the relationship and interaction between allied services. Normally, allied services have a relationship and interaction with each other by some means. But there could be some lack of communication and problem on the data and information exchange in such a conventional relationship model. But if there is communication and interaction arranged by VTM, this improves ability and capability of all allied services or all stakeholders within the VTM concept and ensures harmonization of measures and services within the VTM concept. And it's very obvious that VTS may play a central role on the data and information exchange within the VTM. As you know, the existing role of VTS focus on safety and efficiency of vessel traffic, protection of the marine environment from possible adverse effect of maritime traffic, and the relationship with allied services. The primary service of VTS, information service, navigation assistance service, and traffic organization service, should be provided within a delineated and declared VTS area. The role and position of VTS within the VTM framework may extend beyond the VTS area, as the VTM framework is applicable to all navigable waters. But of course, it depends on the technical capabilities of the VTS and legislation. As I mentioned before,